Okay, grade eights. Some of this is going to seem very familiar. Others is just another push forward. Okay, this unit and measurement is going to take a look at specifically solids and how we take a look at both area, uh, how we refer to three-dimensional shapes, and how we figure out surface area, volume, that kind of thing of various types of prisms. Now, there's going to be more to it than just that, okay? This is our start. But what I want to do is go back and do some stuff that you probably did, well, I know you did last year, just to review it, get an idea of how you stand on it, and see if there's anything else that we have to go over. So let's go through some of the things that we're going to be talking about, and then I've got some work for you to do that'll either bring to mind something that you did know but you've forgotten, or bring to mind something that you never forgot, or maybe remind you of some things that you didn't do so well with last year. Okay, here we go. Okay, bear with me because I'm going to use some freehand here, and I hope it works out. It's been kind of temperamental, okay? Let's draw a triangle. Not exactly an equilateral triangle. I'm doing that purposely. But a triangle that is a little bit, well, it's lopsided. This one's shorter than this one. And if you needed to find out what the area of the triangle is, how would you do it? Well, we learned last year that area, and I won't do a cross there for some reason, is equal to, let me do it with this. Area is equal to 1/2 times the base times the height. Right? You remember that? In other words, we're taking a look at algebra again. So if 1/2, if this were, say, we're going to draw a line down here just to demonstrate the length, right? So the height is 7 centimeters and the base is 10. Then what we're really looking is 1/2 times 10 times 7, which means that the area is 35 centimeters squared. Okay, assuming these are centimeters, right? That makes sense to you. And the reason we do 1/2 is usually we could think of a triangle as being half of a rectangle or a square. Okay. There's other things we should know before we start this thing off. Let me just draw a quick three-dimensional shape here. Okay. So there's our three-dimensional shape, right? Rectangle or some kind of square. So there are some major things that we have to talk about. Okay, this place here, the flat space, that is known as a face. Okay, and I'm not going to be able to write it in because it's being that way, so I'm going to type it in. F-A-C-E. Okay, you know that. This is here an edge. Okay, and any corner that we come upon is a vertice or a vertex. Okay, so vertices refer to all the corners in the corner. You need to know this. Some of the other words you need to know, ones you already know: prisms and pyramids. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to give the name of what you're looking at, and also to identify where the parts are. Okay. And the last thing we're going to work with is the surface area and volume of a rectangular prism. So let's take that same prism here, okay, and I'll redraw it and see if I can actually redraw it before the machine peters out on me again. It's terrible. Let's go back here and do this again. Okay, so here's our rectangular prism. Okay, let's imagine that this is 5 centimeters here. Okay, this is 8. And let me see now. This is 3. Okay. So if you needed to figure this out, you could either take it apart as a net, or you could figure it out using a certain play with what's going on in terms of algebraic an expression. Okay. So the surface area is equal to the front plus the back faces, the two side faces, and the top and bottom faces put together. Okay? So SA, in this case, would be what? Now, that's something we're going to have to work out. Okay, these are the three things we're going to start with. I'm going to leave you some work on the next page. If this doesn't make sense, talk to me tomorrow. Make sure you know what's going on before we continue on. All right, this measurement unit will be a quick one, so I want to make sure that you get it all over the next little while. Okay, try the stuff that I've given you. There's also some more explanation there. We'll get back to it and see what you can do tomorrow. All right, good luck.